Welcome, DMV lacrosse fans, to historic Hummel Bowl at Episcopal High School in Alexandria, Virginia, for the first ever night game held under newly installed lights for this Friday Night Lights version of the DMVLAX Game of the Week, featuring the number 8 ranked Episcopal Maroon hosting the number 9 ranked DMV St. Albans Bulldogs. This live stream and the entire DMV season is presented by our title sponsors, the Ivy Asset Group, the Independence Fund, and the Butcher Joseph Investment Banker. I'm Cabo Maddox, announcing in my 8th season for DMV Lacrosse and the DMVLAX Game of the Week, featuring the very best varsity programs in the DMV. Thanks for watching. Joining me today, back again, providing expert analysis, is Lucius Polk. Lucius is a legendary St. Albans alum, class of 2003, a 3-sport athlete there who was all Met his senior year in lacrosse. He played his college ball at Notre Dame, where he was a 2-year starter at midfield and played in the USILA senior game. But he is most recognizable nationally as the one who made the number 50 famous in South Bend. Thanks for joining me today, Lucius.
I'm excited to be here. It's nice to be back in the booth.
What was the last time you were here? Was that two springs ago or 3?
I know the most memorable one was obviously that St. Albans big win up at Satterley Henderson.
Yeah, that was a overtime game. I think Quinn Runceville had impact on that game.
Quinn Runceville, Fred Underwood coming in, doing some clock management at the end of the game.
Yep. After speaking with both coaches this week and analyzing matchups, we see this game being a low-scoring contest. Strength versus strength. EH offense versus STA defense is going to be fun to watch all game and will likely determine the winner. Last season, St. Albans beat Episcopal in 2 very close games, both held in Northwest DC. This year, the EHS returners are out to take advantage of a big home crowd, a night game, and home field advantage in their bowl to pull out what we think is going to be a low-scoring battle in this IAC rivalry. St. Albans is 5-6, is led by their talented goalie Holt Farver, close defenseman Kane Green, a Brown commit, and senior LSM Will Martin, a Harvard football commit. They only gave up 8 goals to Prep and 7 to Landon recently. St. Albans has talented face-off specialist in Jack McBrady, hovering around 70%, and Ben Palma leads the offense on attack, the Bowden commit. Episcopal, who's 9-4, ranked number 4 in the state as well, is led by a very talented and deep offense that has been scoring a lot of goals this season. Seniors Gavin Lewis, Providence, Chase Bazant, Utah, and Nate Tenzer Dickinson are the top 3 leading scorers. Senior faceoff specialist Hudson Owens has been excellent this season, hovering around 62%. So keep an eye on the battle at the X. Defensively, Drew Vircher, committed to Hamilton, Carson Coburn, the McGill Canadian commit, and Ed Grasty have been playing at a higher level recently, which will make it hard for St. Albans to score. You can find the full game preview, rosters, and deep analysis on this game on DMVLacrosse.com. Rosters are linked there and also on the description below of the live stream production that you're watching right now. So let's get to the players to watch. First, for St. Albans, Kane Green, defense, a 27 junior, committed to Brown. The lefty is one of the best defenders in the IAC. Jack McBrady, a face-off specialist. We said previously he's facing off at a 70% clip. Ben Palma, attackman, a senior, headed to Bowden, 6'3". You can't miss him on the field, number 13. Holt Farver, the goalie, has been exceptional this year. He has kept, like we said, Prep and Landon to 7 and 8 goals respectively. And Will Martin is a extremely athletic and fast, long stick midfielder who is committed to Harvard to play football, not lacrosse, although we think he could probably make that lacrosse team as well. For Episcopal, Gavin Lewis, who is going to start on attack but also has played midfield predominantly, is committed to Providence, the senior. Chase Bazant, the attack senior, headed to Utah, the lefty. Lead the attack, Nate Tenzer, the midfielder, big-bodied midfielder, headed to Dickinson. Carson Coburn, the Canadian McGill commit, is a senior on defense. And Hudson Owens is the face-off specialist. All right, we just finished the anthem. And appreciate you joining us. Let's get to the starting lineups quickly. For Episcopal, Colton Maddox, the sophomore, who's fourth on the team in scoring. Chase Bazant and Gavin Lewis, the seniors, lead the way there. Midfield, Gus Taylor, the sophomore, has been excellent the last 3 games, had a hat trick in the last game. Nate Tenzer, senior aforementioned, and Owen Heskey, back from injury, is going to round out that first midfield line. On defense, we have Ed Grasty, Carson Coburn, and Grant Lawton, the sophomore. Look for Grasty to guard Palma. At LSM, Drew Vircher is extremely fast and athletic long stick midi from Alabama, headed to Hamilton College in New York. And then short stick D-mids are Taj Usher and Steve Hinnett, who have really improved this year. Face-off specialist is Hudson Owens, and in goal is the sophomore, 6'4" lefty Liam Brown. Now for St. Albans, on attack, Will Irwin, a junior, Charlie Sheffield, a senior, and Ben Palma, a senior committed to Bowdoin. We were not given the starting offensive midfield unit by coach, but here's the defense. Tyler Smith, senior, Kane Brown, and Evan Walton, a sophomore. Long stick midi is Will Martin. We already talked about him. And Wagner Underwood, a junior. Short stick D midi, look for Hamilton Baker. Face-off specialist is Jack McBrady. And in goal is their leader, Holt Farver. Lucius, how they look out there sized up?
Pretty equally sized teams. Both kids looking athletic. Everyone's looking fired up. Hard not to be here at the first night game at Episcopal.
Keys to victory from Episcopal. Coach, win the face-off and ground ball battles. I think every coach says that. Heater said win the face-off ground ball and transition battle. Coach Conklin from Episcopal said be selective and efficient with our shots against a talented goalie. And here's Hudson Owens versus, is that McBrady? Jack McBrady versus Hudson Owens on the first draw. McBrady wins clean and pulls it back to his wingman, number 77, Hamilton Baker, the short stick D mid. Let's see if Hamilton stays on or comes off. Looks like Hamilton Baker is going to stay on as a wing midi there. Number 7 is not on the roster for St. Albans. So a bad start for the roster guy at St. Albans.
Team managers, Charles Clark, Paulus Preston. It's with the jersey mishaps.
Somebody forgot a jersey. And then McBrady getting a little face-off work. Good shot there by number 9, Charlie Sheffield, the attackman for St. Albans, while McBrady was doing a little bit of a box trick to sub. Here's Palma with Grassi on him. Palma comes down offhanded. Wow. This is a chase out. Oh, Episcopal got that at the very end. That's a good call by the ref.
That is a crafty dive.
Great hustle by Jack Jester, the senior captain, headed to Ole Miss. Probably the smartest guy on the field headed to Ole Miss, Lucius. Liam Brown out, bouncer to Nate Tenzer. Tenzer over to Vircher. Look at his speed. He's got a step. Great back check by number 22, Isaac Joma. Isaac Joma. Nice trail check. Oh, nice play by Chase Bazant to knock it down. Ball's loose in the middle. And Sheffield picks it up. Maybe you can ask Underwood who number 7 is. We'll find out. We want to get him in case his parents or relatives or friends are watching. First line midfielder for St. Albans. Hamilton Baker is out here at midfield still with Thompson Grennan. Great defense there by Heskey. Jacked him. Knocked him straight down. Heskey's not known for his defense, but he's trapped on D, and he's put that guy right down, and now he's going to get a ground ball, but he went one-handed and got checked, and now he's got the ball on his stick He's got a new flashy maroon stick. Grant Lawton picks it up. Down to 10. There's a little bit of a break here. 2-on-1. Oh, what a save by Holt Farver. So we have save number 1 for Farver. 1-on-0. And that's why people are talking about Farver. And there's Palma on Grasti. 1-0 St. Albans. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think with transition is starting to pick up here. We've got a little bit of sloppy clears on both sides of the ball here. I think that's going to make a difference. A lot of excited players out there who can keep their composure as we get going here. It's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, but that starts because Farver made that incredible save. 1-on-0. I mean, that should have been a goal. It's off hip high, and he just stepped into it, Lucius, with his body, made a body save. And this is Simon facing off now against Episcopal with 26, Trey Sheridan on the wing. Sheridan picks it up. Goes down to Sheffield. So we predicted a low-scoring affair. Here's Hugh Kaplan, 24, out there with Theo Hamilton to round out that midfield group. So Ben Palma floating in the middle of the field, looking like he's going to mirror the ball. Here is Theo Hamilton. Good double team. Theo kicks it to X. Nice handle there at X by Will Irwin, natural lefty attackman. Here's Sheffield. Sheffield seems to be holding the ball a lot. 90 from 9.
90 from 9. That's Rowan Banks with the goal there.
Rowan Banks with the goal. 2-0. Talk about that play.
Yeah, I'm a little soft in the middle there. I think part of that is that they're pushing out really hard there on Palma. You know, they're not necessarily a full shutoff, but they're definitely extended. It's going to reduce their ability to slide and recover. No backside recovery. Soft in the middle, and they found him.
Hope you're enjoying our replays at home. 2-0 Albans. 8:35 to go in the first quarter. Early jump lead. Jack McBrady with Hudson Owens on him. Good counter by Hudson. And they give it to Episcopal on the hold by McBrady. So that's 1 win to 2 in St. Albans' favor. Help me keep stats here if you think of it, Lucius. Here's Chase Bazant, the Utah commit, with Evan Walton. Only a sophomore on him. We thought that would be the matchup. Tyler Smith on Colton Maddox. A lot of smoke in the background. Really odd, eerie play. Heskey gets driven off the ball. He called hold on the kid who got hit.
Yeah, I mean, pulled him down with him or what, but
I don't know what that call is. He got popped, and
that might have been a play on in my book.
Yeah, it looked clean to me. Here's 0-0. Alex Sue, a senior short stick, committed to Bowdoin for football, Lucius.
The St. Albans NESCAC pipeline.
Yeah.
Seems to be regardless of sport.
Hamilton Baker out there, stays on.
Here's number 7 again. We're going to get to the bottom of who this kid is.
He looks like a heck of an athlete. Good bounce in his step. No idea who he is. Not on the roster. I mean, he could be number 8, Ford Lonis. But no, Ford Lonis is a defender, so that's not right. Here is Theo Hamilton. Good size. 77 just got right. Hamilton Baker just got right by the Episcopal defense. Episcopal doesn't, they seem out of sorts defensively. Getting beaten topside, they're getting beaten on sweeps. Here's Vircher matchup on Baker. Ben Palma's a big kid. 16 Grasti on him. Here's
21 Theo Hamilton here is a pretty big guy too.
Yeah, he is. And that's Nate Tenzer, who is also a big kid, had Dickinson on him. He's a good short stick D-midi. Thanks for joining us here. I'm Cabo Maddox, the game of the week with Lucius Polk. Palma inside lefty, saved by Brown. Is that Brown's first save or second, Lucius?
I think that's his first. Maybe 2. It's unclear. He had one early. There was hard to tell if that was a have a rebound or what, but
good find by Liam over there by the box. You hate to clear box side, but they got it done. Heskey.
Here we are with these sloppy clears. What I'm saying is,
couldn't see it. What happened there, Lucius? He dropped it?
Passed over.
Passed over his head?
You know, box side clear, a lot of traffic. We had another pass over the head there.
That's going out of bounds.
Sun is setting here. We got smoke pouring over at the side of the stadium from the student tailgate.
Yeah, it's actually
creating quite the atmosphere, but
that's a good point. These kids have not played at Episcopal. This is the first game ever in Episcopal history for lacrosse at night. These are real lights that are newly installed. They've done temporary lights for football games, but never for lacrosse. There was a barbecue going up top, and the whole field is now under smoke.
It smells like burgers.
Second line midfield out here. That's Mason Marr, headed to Wake Forest, a senior. He's out there with Cole. Oh, good to see Cole Hoff back. He's been out for a couple of weeks. Running a set play here, possibly. Back to X to Colton Maddox, his first touch of the game. Haven't had much offense, have they? Here's Chase Bazaar, the Utah commit. Easy.
Another big save there.
Easy save. You can't go at the feet of Holt Farver. That's just too easy. D middies, Mason Marr. Here's Evan Wong. Great ride by Chase Bazant. Down to Colton Maddox. Bounce pass. Maddox backside. Another save by Farver.
He's all over these outside bounce shots.
And that was an outside rip by, was that 11 who took that shot? I think that was Gavin Lewis, the Providence commit, leading goal scorer on the team. Here's Kane Green. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're back there on sides. Here's 8, Ford Lonis. Oh my gosh. Loose ball, garbage goal, but hey, they all count as one. That ball just popped free to Palma on the crease. Unassisted garbage. Is that what you saw?
That's exactly what I saw. Junk goals win games, though.
Terrible start for Episcopal. Coach has got to call timeout, and he does.
That's the Maroons' first timeout of the first half.
Well, the timeout's happening. We'll go to our sponsors. Outstanding sponsors this year. First, the Ivy Asset Group, a family of private credit funds with a passion for specialty finance. A special thanks to our friend John Huff, managing director and founder, and local lacrosse legend, having graduated from Episcopal High School. And the Independence Fund. Be a hero for a hero. The Independence Fund restores independence to our nation's warfighting community. Founded in 2007 at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, the organization has stood beside our nation's severely wounded veterans, caregivers, and families during their most difficult moments. Butcher, Joseph & Company, investment bankers advising privately held businesses on ownership succession transactions. A special thanks to Joe Stricharge, managing partner and proud St. John's lacrosse parent, for his sponsorship and support of the DMVLAX Games of the Week. Learn more at butcherjoseph.com. Now back to the action. Did the St. Albans kids just roll in?
I think we got some student section livening up here behind us.
Have they been there, or they just found their?
Well, I think the speaker just arrived.
Speaker arrived. Big bonus.
It's a big face-off here for Episcopal.
Wow, we found out from our production crew that number 7 is Nick Hoffman. Face-off. Hudson Owens going against Simon. Simon Smith. And Hudson Owens wins. Hudson Owens doing a nice job. That's 2-2 in the face-off battle. What was his last name? Sorry, Nick Hoffman. Nick Hoffman, okay. We'll make sure we get that. He looks like a good athlete. Oh, he's 17. Now he's wearing 7. Got it. Okay. Either a number switch or a lost jersey. And now we got it all figured out. Here's Nate Tenzer, first midfield line. Coming out probably the second, maybe the first time today. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. St. Albans up early. Here's Gus Taylor. Trey shared it on him. This is a good matchup for Gus. He's been playing great recently. Gets a step, kicks it to Gavin Lewis. Gavin Lewis blows by his man, And was that a save?
I think that's a save.
Was that another save for Holt?
Either that or it maybe got caught up in traffic, but it looked like a save.
Man, that's 4 saves already for Holt. I can see why people are having trouble scoring on this guy. Ben Palma with the ball here. Over to Sheffield. Senior attackman. Lefty. Out here with Nick Hoffman. Nick Hoffman is a junior midfielder. Ball back to X to Sheffield. With Carson Coburn on him, the McGill commit. See, now St. Albans is playing with confidence, Lucius. You're up 3-0, you can relax, take a breath.
Settle in.
We thought it was going to be a 1-goal battle, and it very well still could be, but nice inside look, dropped by 6. Will Irwin. Here's Tenzer, and they have a little bit of a break here, a 5-on-3. Used Bazant. Knocked down, picked up by Taj Usher. Taj Usher, another save by Holt Farver, backed up by Bazant. Holt Farver already has 5 saves here. Oh my gosh, what a start for Farver, the junior, uncommitted. Here's Bazant with Walton on him. Evan Walton, only a sophomore. Still smoking out the field on the far side. Heskey smokes number 8. Ford Lonis. Rolls back, has a step on. He needs to draw a slide. Here's Maddox. Nowhere to go for Maddox. Bazant hanging on the wing there, not getting through, Lucius. Here's Taylor. Set play. 1-4-1 pop. It's there. What happened there? Another save?
I think that was off the pipe.
I didn't hear anything because we have these Gilman goals that make a loud noise. Oof. Lawton should have snagged that loose ball. Here's Sheffield, back check. Nice takeaway by Carson Coburn. A little bit more of an up and down game than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a low scoring. Oh. All right, they got time. 1 minute and 18 seconds to go. Gavin Lewis with Kane Green on him. Gavin got by Kane on that last sweep where Holt made this easy save, Lucius. Kane Green, number 51, has kind of been their shutdown guy. And Gavin he's got to get the ball. Gavin Lewis is the fastest kid on the team. Here's Bazant, who's also fast himself, but nice move to his offhand. Whoosh. I mean, Holt makes it look easy, Lucius, easy.
Stick side high. It's a tough one to get by a great goalie.
Here's Underwood. Over to Baker. Baker wide. 36 seconds in the quarter. 3-0 St. Albans. Timeout St. Albans. Looks like they're going to put into play.
We're seeing a lot of action here in transition, which is not what we thought we were going to see.
I know. It's actually kind of fun. We thought it was going to be a 5-4 score. We'll go thank our sponsors. I want to thank the Washington Capitals for sponsoring both the MVP of the game and the play of the game. So, Lucius, let's keep an eye on plays that we think that warrant the Washington Capitals honor. 26-27 Capital season tickets are on sale now. And Tommy Joe's Bar and Grill in Bethesda, Maryland. A Bethesda tradition, serving lacrosse fans for over 25 years. A sports bar with a sweet rooftop has great food and people. Special thanks to our friend and owner, Poho. And Kroll and Mooring. Collaboration powers success. Fresh ideas, innovative thinking, strategic insights about your business and your industry. I want to thank them for sponsoring the all DMV teams and the season. So far, St. Albans has capitalized on a couple of loose ball goals, and Episcopal defensively is a little bit out of sorts. Offensively, they've had plenty of shots. Let's call it at least 7.
I think we got 7 saves.
I mean, that doesn't even count the misses.
I think Episcopal's got to settle into their offense.
I don't even know where you shoot on him. I mean, you got to go hips, I guess.
Well, I think they had good luck out of that 1-4-1 set play.
Yeah, that was a blast. He just put it right to his, here we go, 30 seconds. Sheffield over to Palma. Palma thinks about it. Sheffield fakes it, kicks it to Palma. Episcopal playing zone off the timeout.
Questionable shot there. They've got to be thinking last shot. I can't imagine the coach is happy about that one.
17 seconds to go in the quarter. Up to Hoffman. Hoffman's got a one-on-one on Jester. Hoffman to Sheffield. Sheffield seems to be kind of a quarterback type. Behind the back shot by Palma.
4 seconds to play here. Let's see if they can get something on goal.
4 seconds on the whistle. Chucks it inside, and Liam Brown, the goalie, grabs it smartly.
Smart play there from Brownie.
Out of the air. So 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. A little different than we predicted. I will say that let's go to the top 20 if we could and show the top 20. Couple of scores from this week. This ranking is from Monday, Lucius. So Paul VI took care of business this week. St. John's beat Gonzaga by 1 in an incredible game. Bullis just beat number 4 Landon 6-2. Shockingly low-scoring game and scoring output for Landon. That's 2 bad games for Landon's offense. They scored 2 against St. Albans, followed up by 2 against Bullis. Gonzaga, we just told you, lost to St. John's. Good Counsel is playing Gonzaga tonight in 10 minutes. So that's an intriguing 5v6 matchup. Prep is playing St. Stephen's across the street. I don't know the score, but Prep is heavily favored in that one versus number 17, St. Stephen's. Episcopal here is 8 versus 9. And, don't let the St. Albans 5-6 record fool you. Those are against good quality teams. So back here for the second quarter, first half stats. The standout right now is easily Holt Farmer, Lucius. Talk about him as a goalie.
It's got to be. I mean, you can ride an excellent goalie all the way to championship seasons. This is a team that held Landon and then Prep both to what it was at 7 and 8 respectively.
Yep.
And you can stay in games that you really don't have any business being in if you've got a goalie that makes the difference.
And he has been the difference. McBrady scraped it forward, but he jumped early, so it's a false start on McBrady.
I think that's his second face-off violation.
Yeah. Okay, they made a little bit of a switch here. Here's Colton Maddox coming back on first midfield. Maybe they're trying to get him the ball a little more. He's got a short stick on him. And they have Owen Heskey on attack. And this is Jack Jester and Gus. Jack's going to go off. He's a D-mid, and here you can bring on Tenzer. But this is a good matchup here for Maddox. And here's Tenzer with Will Martin, the Harvard football commit, on him. Down to Bazant, behind a Heskey who just came in. So I think what Episcopal did there is they just flipped. Here's Maddox. Goes down the right side, kicks it to Bazant. Tenzer sees nothing, got a pull. Bring a pickup for him. Good catch by Taylor. Not sure about that pass, Lucius. Whoa. Episcopal is just not coordinated or in sync at all.
Not at all. I mean, the players on the field are saying that was tipped, but.
Throw down, easy, clear. Terrible ride by Episcopal. Mason Marr sneaks behind the attack. Put no pressure on the ball and no pressure on the mids.
We might see a little.
Sheffield.
Thought we might have a hidden ball trick there.
Here's Hoffman on Taj Usher, who's really come on as a solid defensive midi.
Outdoor voices.
Good double to the face there by Lawton. Hamilton Baker. That was an excellent shot.
That was a take.
That was an excellent shot by Isaac Joma, the sophomore.
A lot of speed there. Sweeping across the top, low and away. Brownie's an excellent goalie, but that's a tough one to get.
Wow. Impressive take. 4-0 St. Albans. Turning into an early blowout here. Episcopal just not in sync at all. 10:40 to go. Face-off won by St. Albans. 3-3 in face-off, so pretty even. Here's Lawton one-on-one in the corner with Will Irwin. 2-on-2 battle now. Usually someone gets a push call here. Who are they going to call? Push on who? Push on St. Albans. I didn't really see anyone go down. Did you?
No, let's see if Episcopal can put together a quality clear here.
Just give it to this athlete to run it. All right, they're going to go backwards to the goalie. Nope. Oh, clearing box side again. Not advisable.
Long stick taking it over.
This is Eddie Grasty down to Heskey. Good cut by Grasty on the transition play there.
It's a good clear. Let's see if we can settle into a real possession here.
Second mids here for Episcopal with Mason Marr, Brody Huff out there, and Cole Hoff. Cole Hoff, number 15, is back after a 2-week injury. If he has a short stick, he can really smoke a shorty. He's got Charlie Powell on him. I think this is a good matchup for Hoff. Watch this. He gets right by him. Inside. Cole Hoff demonstrating that he can beat his man, but no backup and no attackman. Not sure where the ex-attackman was. Heskey's playing back there, I believe. I think he might have been sneaking. But good dodge by Hoff, fed it inside. Here's Powell. St. Albans looks comfortable. They look in sync. They don't have anybody that's bouncing off the field or jumping off the page, so to speak. It's like, whoa. But they're all playing pretty well right now. What do you think, Lucius?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're settling into their 6-on-6 offense a whole lot more comfortably than Episcopal is right now. And if, now that they're up 4-0, if they can control the possessions, control the clock, and they stay above 50% on the faceoffs, they're definitely in control of this game right now.
This is Theo Hamilton, a senior midfielder, with Marshall Ebel on him, and I thought that was a goal. But we'll give Liam a save there, his third of the day.
There's another busted clear.
I didn't see it. What happened there?
Just
tell us.
A long outlook pass, fell a little bit short.
But somehow it went off of St. Albans. Another low throw on a 5-yard pass. Every pass, not every, but a lot of passes, just like they're not playing with confidence. Here's Lewis. Number 11, Lewis, needs to start taking over this game. Good check by Martin. St. Albans is just dominating right now. Here's Kaplan. Good move by Palma. Stripped by Grasty. Nice play by Grasty. Picks up his own ground ball in the CTO. Looking for someone. Drops his own ball. He's in a little bit of trouble here. He just takes it himself. Nice individual effort by Grasty, stripping the ball and clearing it himself. He's playing well. He's made a couple of nice plays and clears and transition, Lucius.
Yeah, they're not making it easy on themselves here.
Here's Maddox, gets to his left, strong hand, draws a slide, kicks it backside. Lewis with Kane on him. Good pick by Maddox. Backside to Maddox. Maddox has 2 on him immediately. Oh, it draws a foul.
Flags up there.
That was a very quick slide. I think Colton Maddox put his head into the play and drew the slash.
There's just a hard check to the back there. I mean, when you're passing it, you beat your man, you draw the double, and then you're turning around and passing it back to where traffic is. You got to get the ball around to the light side of the field here.
Yeah, they both threw doubles. They both threw it back. Sometimes that works. But St. Albans was on it. That first slide was, man, coming. All right, here we go. Man up situation. First of the day for either team. Episcopal's first. But at least in that offensive flow right there, people were drawing slides and moving the ball.
Or their passes were starting to look a little bit crisper.
Yeah, here we go. Gus Taylor, Gavin Lewis. Looks like a circle set, no crease. Bazant down to Maddox. Maddox, Taylor. Wide, Heskey, oh, I thought Heskey was gonna let it go. Taylor. Lewis, the shooter. I think they realize they can't shoot from the outside. Skip it. He missed a skip on there. Still man up here. Colton Maddox is going to pick it up at X. They're going to run a play off X here. Still power play. Bazant, back to Maddox. Maddox, Bazant, snipe. Nope. Tenzer backs it up for Episcopal. Still man up. Probably getting close to winding this penalty down. Cut by Heskey. Lewis.
That's a save.
Easy save for Farver. Picked up by Tenzer. Stripped on the backside by Kane, but Tenzer gets it back. It has Taylor. Off the pipe. Man. Good offense there by, and then we're all even? Are we all even?
I think we're even.
All right, that's no goal there.
I marked the save there.
You got the save, thanks.
You know, when you go to an open set there, you got to get the rotation.
Yeah, because you're not going to score from the outside on Farver. Here's a short stick on Chase Bazant, the senior, one of the best Dodgers. Mason Marr on him. Chase has got to get the step. He goes to his offhand and scores offhanded low. Nice play by Bazant, individual effort. One-on-one, Episcopal breaks the seal at 5:40 to go in the second. 7 unassisted, 1v1 righty goal is offhand.
Sometimes you need a player when you're down like that to put together a great individual effort to get the team going.
So now it looks like Episcopal's making another move. They're bringing their top midfielder who's been playing attack since 15's been hurt, Cole Huff. They're going to watch 11 come out of the box. He's dangerous out of the box. He's right here.
Try to create some offense from up top.
Trying a lot of different things, but Lewis is dangerous as mid. Here's McBrady. Stripped, picked up by Grasty.
What's the call here?
I thought that was clean. What's the call? You got a hand signal? I don't see anything.
I don't know. Questionable.
Face-off win for St. Albans. Only 4-3 St. Albans' favor in the face-off. Been even.
2 violations there, though.
By 14 by McBrady. Here's Sheffield, who seems to be like a type of a quarterback type, the senior attackman, lefty. Here he is. Nice D by Coburn. Wow. Strong kid, the Canadian. Good play by Coburn. He let him. He's good patience and poise. They have a 6-on-3 here, Lucius. This needs to be oh my God! He just ran off sides with like 100 guys off sides. It's not going to be a goal. It's not going to be a goal. It's not going to be a goal.
Count the numbers here.
They have 8 guys. I mean, the middies for Episcopal literally. They gotta wait. They gotta back that up and blow the whistle. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But now they're offsides going the other way.
No, they're not. Because they ran off so many guys. I mean,
there they are. No, there it was. They ran another one over. They just put it through the box.
Count them.
I know they just put one through the box. Flags down on the other side of the field.
How many guys are on defense right now? 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And they just ran one off.
Oh, they did? I didn't see it. Okay. But Episcopal's polls had a 6-on-3. And the D-middies didn't even pay attention. They just ran over. You got to pay attention there and know what the heck's going on. That was good D.
I like the long pole take, the free possession there from Underwood. Why not?
All right, man up here for St. Albans. 30 seconds, offside foul.
What do we know about St. Albans' man up here?
Don't have a percentage on the season. Coach Heater did not provide that. Doesn't even look like they have any lefties. They have a righty here, 77, Hamilton Baker, on the left side. And they have Thompson Grennan, another righty on the left side. But I know they have some lefties in Sheffield, number 9. Here's Grennan. Hoffman down to Sheffield. Looks like Episcopal's just face guarding Palma. Lucius, you see that? They're face guarding 13 with a shorty and playing a box behind it. Now they're going inside with them. And
going to the crease.
Which is fine for the defense. They can
put it 5-on-4 on the outside, force a rotation here.
Penalty's already over, released. So a kill by Episcopal. See if they can get recovered here. Step down. Man, Nick Hoffman had an easy one there on the recovery. Was late by Episcopal off the all even. And Taj Usher is still face guarding Palma up at the midfield. Taj Usher is wondering, should I stay in this shut? He might not want to let 13 get the ball. Sheffield backside. Nice save by.
Great save there.
Force save for Brown. 77. Hamilton Baker with the shot. 0 on the shot clock. And good defense by Episcopal. The first shot clock violation of the day. 3:22 to go in the second. Episcopal 1, St. Albans 4. Here is Carson Coburn. One of the fastest kids in the school. Runs the 4x400 team, Lucius. Gets it down
little
to
double duty, track and lacrosse.
Yeah, nice play there by Cole Hoff, 15. Have missed him, and that's a great effort individually to split two and keep possession. All right, here comes Gavin Lewis, number 11, out of the box. This is Gus Taylor inverted. Heskey back to Taylor. Taylor has Ford Lonis on him. Here's Bazant. Goal, Bazant! Second of the day. Makes it 2-4. Another individual effort, or would you give an assist on that?
I think that's all him.
1v1. Another righty goal. Do you know he's a natural lefty, Lucius? He has 2 righty goals. Kid's finding a way to score.
I mean, I think that when you're down and your offense isn't humming, it takes guys putting it on their shoulders.
Senior captain headed to Utah. Episcopal's right back in this game, even though it feels like St. Albans is dominating. Another goal, and then it could be 4-4 at half if Episcopal wins this faceoff. And it's a scrap. Looks like they might. It's going to be a loose ball scrap. Good lift there by Episcopal to keep it loose. Battle. Hudson Owens off of St. Albans. Episcopal ball. Chance for Episcopal to get to within 1. Gavin Lewis is wide open right now. There's no man on him. Jack Jester went to the goal with 3 guys on the field.
Point blank save there.
And that's going to go out.
And that's a...
No, not going to go out. It's going to be very close. Tight roped out. Not caught by Sheffield. Did he step out? Timeout.
Timeout call.
Timeout St. Albans. Man. Well, I don't know. Jack Jester, the senior captain, saw something down here and went to the goal and did a diver. And we missed that save. So 9 saves by Farver. Stats so far are impressive again for Holt. Farver with 9. Liam Brown, the goalie for Episcopal, with 4 face-offs. There's been 7 face-offs total. Episcopal's won 3. I guess that last one was an Episcopal win, so even though it went out of bounds, it's still Episcopal possession, technically by the rule. Standout so far for Episcopal, obviously, is Chase Bazant and Ben Palma for St. Albans. What do you think? What's the flow happening right now?
I don't know. Episcopal is finding a way to stay in this game. It's kind of the tale all across the stat line here. It's 4-4 on faceoffs, but I don't think Episcopal's actually won a faceoff clean. It's 4-2 on the scoreboard, but if you look at the time of possession and the clean offensive sets, I think that heavily favors towards St. Albans too. But Episcopal is right here. I mean, they're only 2 goals down, and they could be right back in it in a heartbeat. So, stats not telling the whole story here.
1:50 in the second quarter. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cabell Maddox here with Lucius Polk, St. Albans 2003 alum and Notre Dame graduate. Notre Dame's having a heck of a year this year. How come they didn't get the 1 ranking? I thought they were going to get the automatic 1 ranking. They kept him at 2 this week.
I don't know. It depends on which poll you're looking at. I think the coaches poll has him back at 1.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Quint's got him at 2. Princeton's a great team.
Zone defense off the timeout for Episcopal. Here's Sheffield. Over to Palma. Grant Lawton battling one-on-one with him.
So there's a lot of drop passes out here today on both sides of the ball.
Yes. Oh, this is dangerous. Number 6 from 21. Just so sloppy that, and another garbage.
St. Albans goal. Scored by number 6, Will Irwin.
6 is Will Irwin off the pass from Theo Hamilton. That makes it 5-2 STA. But again, another loose ball that St. Albans wins and scores on inside play. Just got a gross lacrosse, but they're better at it. Face off McBrady, 1. McBrady and St. Albans have won 5. He's going to dodge Hudson. Inside look. Man, that was almost a goal there for Will Irwin.
It's another drop pass.
Fast break. Here's Vercher.
We've got numbers.
They got 4-on-4 actually. Bazan open the left side, wide open. Oh, he's got to bury that.
Sails it, and that's his strong hand.
He's got to bury that with his strong.
He's got to put in his right. His offense is doing better today than his strong hand.
Timeout, Coach Conklin for Episcopal. We'll thank our sponsors. Ivy Asset Group. The Ivy Asset Group is a private credit manager focused on specialty finance and asset-based lending. Special thanks to our friend John Huff, managing director and founder and local lacrosse legend, having graduated from Episcopal. The Independence Fund. The Independence Fund restores independence to our nation's warfighter community. Founded in 2007 at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, the organization has stood beside our nation's severely wounded veterans, caregivers, and families during their most difficult moments. To learn more, you can support combat veterans. Visit independencefund.org. Butcher, Joseph and Company, investment bankers, advising privately held businesses on ownership succession transactions. A special thanks to Joe Stride-Chars, managing partner and proud St. John's lacrosse parent, for his sponsorship and support of the DMVLAX Games of the Week. Learn more at butcherjoseph.com. And the Washington Capitals are sponsoring the MVP in the play of the game. And Tommy Joe's is sponsoring our famous top 20 DMV rankings. And Kroll and Mooring is sponsoring our all DMV teams. All right, 52 seconds ago. Episcopal really needs one here, Lucius.
Massive possession here for Episcopal. You feel a lot better going to the locker room 5-3 than 5-2.
Oh, yeah, down 2. Looks like they're going to bring out on midfield Tenzer, Maddox, and Taylor with Heskey, Lewis, and Bazant. Here's Tenzer. Look for the 1-4-1 play. Coach Conklin has about 17 1-4-1 plays, and they're all pretty good. All right, here we go. They're a hold for 1.
Got to be looking for the last shot here.
They'll probably start about 20. Problem is they're starting your play against a pole. If you start from the top. Here we go. 20 seconds. Let's see if they start here. Backside to Maddox. Can't see if they're running a play yet.
Inside picks.
Draws 2. I don't know what Taylor's doing behind the play there. Oh, nice. Bazant wide open. Goal!
There it is.
Bazant from 10. Nate Tenzer. And that's a natural hat trick in the first half for Chase Bazant. I told his dad before the game when we were having some beverages that he was going to score 3 today, and he thought I was joking.
Got it done in the first half.
Easy.
That's what happens if you can hold the ball, run the clock, make the defense work for the whole shot clock. You're going to start finding openings that weren't there in the first 15 seconds of the possession.
huge momentum. You think you go for the pinch and pop here, or do you play it safe? Because 6 seconds is enough, and Jack McBrady goes for the pinch and pop, gets the ground. Oh, he misses the ground ball, and that miss right there.
Ground ball. That's going to be it.
Yeah, if he had gotten that ground ball, they might have had a break, but he didn't scoop it. That's a no-win face-off right there. No possession that I saw. Did you?
I don't know. Underwood looks like he kind of got one off there at the end.
Okay, we'll give.
I don't know if we're padding stats, but
we'll give McBrady the win there. So 5-3 at the half. Excellent battle here. Just to recap for you guys that may be joining us late, it was 3-0 St. Albans. Sorry, 4-0 St. Albans, Lucius. And then Episcopal clawed back to get it 4-2 with 2 goals, right-handed, off-handed by number 7, Chase Bazant. And then traded goals here with Episcopal scoring with 5 seconds to go in the half to bring it to 3-5, a manageable game. Sloppy is kind of how I'm going to define this first half.
I think that's right. It's the right word.
Both teams. I mean, like, just passes right in the stick, dropping a little bit of nerves. Maybe it's the first time playing at night. Maybe it's the sun setting. There was a lot of barbecue smoke on the field. I couldn't even see players on the far side, Lucius. I think when they come out, it's going to be dark.
It might be a little bit dark. I mean, we also saw, both these goalies are playing a pretty good game, but, St. Albans putting up almost 4 in the first quarter, and then Episcopal putting up 3 in the second quarter there. Both those against goalies with the sun in their eyes. Got to imagine that that's probably making a difference.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I counted 9 or 10 broken clears, and a lot of dropped passes from both of these teams. Yeah, I think both these guys got to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, 2 what I call loose ball garbage goals for St. Albans. Credit them for picking up the GB on the crease and sticking it. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to show you some videos here before we join you right before the start of the third quarter. Talk soon.
Feel it. Feel it. Rage, power. Rage, money, power, and big.
Welcome back, DMV lacrosse fans. Just about ready to start the third quarter here. I'm Cabo Maddox, joined with Lucius Polk, St. Albans alum and Notre Dame alum. 5-3 is the score, St. Albans. Appreciate you joining us and are enjoying this DMV Game of the Week. You can see the crowd there in your picture. Student section behind them. I think it's a Nantucket theme, I heard, Lucius.
The girls seem to be dressed as your go-to lame Nantucket boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's stereotypical. I think the girls are dressed preppier than the guys up there. We have St. Albans student body behind us, probably about, 60, 70 kids back here. And
a lot of shirtlessness.
Yep. Typical all-boys production in the co-ed high school is Parents Weekend, so it's a really big crowd, huge barbecue going on, a beautiful night. What do you think? It's like 80 degrees out here. Sun is setting. I can see now perfectly. And there's Simon doing a back exit off the face-off with Hudson. So starts off with a win for St. Albans. And they get a trip or a loose ball push?
I think that's going to be a push from behind.
30? Push. Yeah, they call him push 30. So man up right out of the gates. I was telling a parent at halftime, I think that if St. Albans scores this, we have a dogfight here. The first goal I'm talking about. But if Episcopal scores, I think they could win because they have momentum. Did you see what just happened? The goalie for Episcopal just switched his stick?
Yeah, I saw that. Broken stick. Maybe you got to hope his backup is tuned up.
Well, what is he breaking it on? From slamming the pipes there? Liam Brown just ran over, and the ref let him do it to switch his whole entire stick. So man up here and they're playing 5-on-4 because Taj Usher for Episcopal is shutting off Ben Palma. Skip pass, low it away. That's got to be Episcopal ball. Still man up here. Now they're all even.
Underwood on the field here with the long stick.
Yeah, they're trying to do a box trick there. You see they brought the attackman over and then ran over Underwood to try to get numbers. Good idea, didn't work. And now we're all even. No kill. No goal on the man up. Palma gets stripped, runs over people, then gets stripped, and then Grasty picks it up. And it's kept in bounds by Grant Lawton. So Episcopal forces a turnover. See if they can clear it here, Lucius. Like I said, first goal this quarter to me is pretty massive considering it's a low-scoring affair. Here's Carson Coburn, 4x400 relay speedster for the track team, indoor track here at the high school. Here's Colton Maddox coming out of the box, the lefty, sophomore. With 77, Hamilton Baker on him. I'd like to see Maddox get to the goal on a short stick. They've put him at midfield now since midway through the second. He started on attack. Here's Tenzer, backside look to get Lewis. Too low. Errant pass by Tenzer. Here's Kane Green, the lefty. Ridden hard there by Bazant and Maddox. Kane Green committed to Brown, clears it up the field there. So a chance lost for Episcopal to bring it to 1. See if they can play defense again. Here's 24, Hugh Kaplan. With Tenzer on him. Hugh Kaplan over to Sheffield, the lefty. Over to Zuma. This guy has a goal in the first half that impressed you, Lucius.
It did. Clean sweep.
Isaac.
Great shot.
Joma, only a sophomore. It doesn't seem like he gets on the field much.
I'd like to see the ball on his stick a little bit more here.
Here's Sheffield. Kicks it over to Juma for a second. Nope. Good recovery there by 16 Grasty for Episcopal. Palma shoots it with 13 on the clock. That looked like a possession shot. It was so high. But I look at the clock. There's still 12 on the shot clock. 8:50 to go in the quarter. St. Albans going to try to go up 3 here. Episcopal needs to hold this to keep it tight to 2. Here's Lawton on Sheffield. No, that was Irwin. Here's Sheffield on Coburn. Good defense by Coburn. Very disciplined. Forces a bad backhand pass, and that's going to kill the shot clock. So another shot clock violation for St. Albans. Great defense by Episcopal. Here's Steve Hinnant. D. Mitty looking to run. He's got 3 on him. He's got to get out of a stick. Somehow he gets through 3. Now he's got a pole on him while he's getting whacked. Gets it down to Gus Taylor, who's got 3 on him. This is just not easy for Episcopal. Awful clear. And then Chase Bazant slows it down, the Utah commit, who has a hat trick. Back to Heskey. Heskey, long throw over to Colton Maddox, who's going to invert. Maddox has 5 or 6 invert goals this season, Lucius. Let's see what happens here. Goes strong, gets it up on his man, draws a man. Looking. Good recovery by St. Albans, doesn't see anything. Pick, Maddox, Gavin Lewis, high bouncer. Easily picked up by Holfarver for his 10th save. Too deep, right? Too deep. I got it.
High bouncer, gobbled up.
What was that, like 14 yards?
But that was a decent offensive possession from Episcopal here.
Evan Walton showing good speed. One-handed power cradle. Running himself into trouble. Good ride there by Episcopal. A little better ride. Down to Trey Sheridan, number 26, and here's Kaplan again. They play Kaplan a bunch, and they seem to get Theo Hamilton out a bunch on this first midfield line with Nick Hoffman. That seems to be their top 3. Here's Hoffman on Marshall Ebel. Back to Sheffield. Up top, wide open, is Theo Hamilton, and he just misses that with kind of an overhand righty push shot. The longer this goes without a goal, the more important the next goal is, Lucius. Up to Hugh Kaplan, can't handle it. 15 on the shot clock. Ebel on Kaplan. Gets stripped. Here's a break for Grasty. Not really, though. It's a 4-on-5. 5-on-5. 6-on-5 if they push. And they elect to hold it. 3 poles, 1 on offense again, but this time Episcopal stayed on sides. Chester out on offense, usually plays D-mid. They're gonna give him a run. The second mids are coming out right now for Episcopal. That's Cole Hoff, number 15 with the ball right now. Good Dodger one-on-one. He should be able to get by a short stick. And he does, but he elects not to go. Alex Sue on him.
I think they're setting up a 1-4-1 here.
Yeah, but sometimes you run these set plays so robotically you don't take what you got, and he smoked them there. I just see Episcopal play more freely sometimes than, you know, the choreographed play. But I think the second midfield line needs that a little more. Here's Brody Huff. 18 seconds. Good look by Huff. Nice play by Heskey to get out of the stick. Draws a slide. High bouncer righty by, and I'm giving a goal. A save. Hit a replay on that. I think that was a save. Let's take a look again. Yeah, off his stick. Great save. Man up opportunity here for Episcopal. Their second of the day. Big opportunity here, Lucius, for Episcopal to bring it to 1.
Both these teams are 0 for 3 on the man up today. It's not a good stat line for either squad.
All right, I'm sensing a Episcopal goal here. What are you thinking? I don't know where to shoot on hold. I'm already totally perplexed on where to shoot on him. I think you just got to shoot to his hips. You can't even think about it. Just fire it. Uh-oh, terrible throw. Maddox has a man on him in the corner. Luckily, it's a shorty, or that could have been ugly. Still man up here. See if they can get their whereabouts. Gus Taylor. Oh, they had a throwback to one more down to Heskey. He didn't see it. Did you see that throw down?
You know, when you get the defense rotating there.
They got 2-on-1, one more. Carry. Got to keep coming. Oof.
We got two guys open on the backside. Down low for sure.
Maddox out of nowhere.
There it is.
Maddox took a rebound goal out of the air off a deflection off of 11. Unbelievable. Watch this on your replay. He gets pops it right into his stick. Lucius, do we give an assist on that to 11 for the rebound? For the rebound goal.
3 scrappy inside goals today.
All right, I'm giving an assist to number 10 on the tip. Tip assist, craziness. 1 goal game here, 4-5. 4:30 to go in the quarter. Cole Maddox brings Episcopal, and that's a clean win by McBrady. Wow. Between the legs there, easily to his pole on the wing, Underwood. That was probably the easiest one of the night. At least the most pure.
When St. Albans is winning these faceoffs, they're winning them clean.
Here's Palma with Grassi on him. This has been a big boy matchup. I feel like the momentum now has totally shifted. If Episcopal can stop him here, do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Here's Hamilton Baker. Hamilton Baker, a sophomore. Here's Sheffield. Sheffield gets a step on. Sheffield just says, no, not tonight. He's having a heck of a game. He likes the ball on the stick. Can we do a rewind again, or is that the replay again?
And knifing right through the middle of the defense there.
I wanted to see who he beat. Did you get a number on that?
I did not.
I think it was 6 who went over the head. He tucked it nicely and went down. So here is McBrady.
Another clean win.
He went forward that time, forces a bad pass. Sheffield inside.
Traffic.
Sheffield's a tough little lefty, man. Scrap here, big scrap. Ground ball Lawton, great play by Grant Lawton. Episcopal's got a break here. 5-on-4, they elect to hold. So that's a face-off win for St. Albans, but possession goes to Episcopal, and the possession is what really matters. Chance, oh, sorry. Forgot about St. Albans' last goal by Sheffield. Back to 2 lead for St. Albans, 6-4 here. I'm Cabell Maddox, 3 minutes to go. Joined by Lucius Polk here on an absolutely stunning evening here in the DMV at the historic Humboldt Bowl. Wow, that was a rocket of a pass. Tough catch there. We have a play-on situation here.
That's a great ground ball in traffic.
Evan Walton, nice ground ball.
No numbers.
Didn't like that throw to start the play. Unnecessarily hard to catch.
You know, when we came out in the second half, I was hoping that both teams would come out a little bit cleaner. Fewer drop passes, fewer throwaways, fewer unnecessary turnovers. But so far, we haven't really seen it.
Oh my gosh.
No slide there from the defense.
Number 21 just goes unassisted down the alley versus Marshall Ebel, the long stick midi. Just gets no stick on him whatsoever. SDA gets hot in the last, right when Episcopal brought it to 1. St. Albans sticks 2 quick ones with 2:10 to go.
St. Albans is here with their other face-off guy.
Simon Smith, senior.
Fred Underwood here on the wing. Sorry, that's his son. They just look so similar.
Wagner. But Simon Smith wins it, so the hot streak continues. St. Albans has taken over 8-4 in face-off wins as a team.
They're really dominating the X here.
In this half.
Could make a difference down the stretch here.
I think they were up 1 at half, and now they're double them up.
You know, Episcopal is going to need these possessions.
$1:45 to go. 60-55 in the shot clock.
St. Albans delayed coming out of the box here. They've got a guy open.
That's Juma. You like him with his goal earlier. See if he
St. Albans does some creative trickery on these face-offs. The wingman staying on, looping around, coming up the backside, and releasing out of the box.
trying to catch.
Another deflected pass.
These are the ones that they score. Great save by Liam Brown. Liam Brown needs to stand up.
3 chances there. Some more junky goals.
It's 5.
And there's another broken clear. Out of bounds.
Brutal turnover there. Down 4-7.
I mean, we're still looking pretty sloppy here.
Isaac Juma.
Inside look.
Wow, no call there.
Some body.
Episcopal's fortunate they didn't call a push there. I missed that clear. Was that a drop pass or an overthrow? What was it?
A little bit of an underthrow, fumbled ball. Oh, near pipe. Snuck it in there. That's a good goal.
That is just Sheffield down the alley.
Sheffield here.
He's having his way.
Saw that game getting close. Said not today.
So that's his second goal today. He has 1 assist as well. 4-8. St. Albans.
Jack McBrady back at the X.
Ford Lonis on the wing here on the near side, and Will Martinez and Hudson.
And that's the
Owens.
first clean win from Episcopal today.
Hudson Owens gets
It's a great face-off.
Been a while. He needed that one. Episcopal needs to get back in this game. With 30 seconds to go, they can hold for 1 in the third quarter here. Here's Tenzer coming out with Gus Taylor and Colton Maddox. Gus Taylor down the alley hard. Oh, wow, what a shot by Gus Taylor.
That was quite a shot. Picked the corner on the run.
Man, look, that might be one of the shots of the game, Lucius.
That might be the shot of the game.
I mean, so far, that's the Washington Capitals play of the game early. One of the few bright spots for Episcopal, down 5-8.
You know, as you get down the line there, you start running out of room in that cage, especially with a good goalie in there like Carver. You really got to put it away, and he picked that corner.
Didn't have much angle, and he shot it almost sidearm. I thought he was going to go overhand. He kind of casually made it look like he wasn't going to shoot, and a face-off win for Episcopal. So they have 5 seconds if he throws it. 3,
situational awareness
2,
here.
1. Call a foul. Slash. Wow, St. Albans is lucky. No, the horn didn't go. That was not after the whistle. Everyone's getting agitated, but that was before the whistle.
I don't know. I don't know. Goalie was not happy about that one. Already out of the cage.
I think what happened there was it hit 0, and the horn didn't go for 3 seconds.
I know. Who's on the horn up there in that booth?
I thought horns were automatic at this day and age. All right, third quarter comes to an end. 8-5 St. Albans. That was a high-scoring quarter. It was 3-5 at half. And so St. Albans won that quarter 3-2. Right when Episcopal brought it to 4-5, St. Albans just took over. And if it wasn't for that late goal right there by Gus Taylor, it could have gotten a little out of hand. Let's thank our sponsors here one last time before we enter the fourth quarter. I want to thank Kroll and Mooring for sponsoring this season and the all DMV teams. Let's pop up the all DMV team, actually. Show that. That's it, yeah. See there, first team all DMV sponsored by Kroll Mooring. These are the best players in the area, Lucius. Noah Hahn, J.M. Costa, Nate Randall's the attack, going to Penn State, Princeton, Rutgers. The midfielders, Dylan Cruz, Drew Demarinis, Gavin Gilmore, and Wyatt Douglas going to Penn State, Richmond, Maryland, and Towson. The preseason most outstanding player was Gavin Gilmore. And then the preseason was Noah Hahn. All right, back to the action. And thanks to Kroll and Mooring for supporting the incredible players on the all-DMV teams. Fourth quarter, what's it going to be, Lucius? What's your prediction here?
I know if Episcopal can get a quick one here at the beginning of this quarter, turn the momentum in their favor, then I think they got a shot at staying in this game and making it a scrap. if we go 9-5, then I think that they're going to start having to deal with some clock issues.
I agree.
Especially at the X, not getting the face-offs that they need to round out their possessions.
And Farber in the cage. He's making stops. He's got 11. Ooh, and Hudson clean on that. Oh, he got pushed. So Hudson's won 2 in a row here to kind of make the stat sheet look a little more respectable, 7-9. And they needed that. So that's exactly what he just talked about. That's how you get back in a game. You win faceoffs. Hudson's looking quick on the last 2.
Very quick.
Here's Maddox out of the box. Looks like they kept Maddox at the midfield, and he has a goal, so I understand why they're keeping him there. Here's Gus, who just stuck this incredible goal down the alley. Let's see if they slide to him. They don't. He might score again. Wow. Good look inside there to Bazan. He's got 3. Bazan out to Tenzer. Tenzer backside. I don't know who the heck that was to. Tenzer's going to pop someone here. Good ground ball by Will Martin up to Evan Walton.
I think we get a 5-on-4 here, some numbers.
Evan Walton over to Sheffield, who's got the last 2 goals and taken over for St. Albans. Quick little guy, but tough. All right, here's Nick Hoffman. Hugh Kaplan. This is their first midfield group with they're going to probably take most of the clock, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, you know, with a whole quarter to play, you don't want to think too much about the clock and disrupt the way that you play. But you got to be thinking, let's not push it if we don't have to.
Oh, nice move.
Get quality opportunities.
Well, he just dropped it himself, and St. Albans picks up the ground ball there. Lucky, because nice takeaway by Carson Coburn. Up to Tenzer. Tenzer to Hugh Kaplan. Tenzer keeps it and runs right by him.
That was a big open field hit. Impressed that he's stuck with the ball.
Oh,
he's gassed.
Collision. Nice little flick there by Tenzer.
And Episcopal holds. What do we got going on here? I don't know if the ref was worried about him or something.
Yeah, he went down after he hockeyed that play. Not sure. The ref said, hey, why don't you take a breather, young man?
Part-time nurse.
8-5. Episcopal has Colton Maddox taking Kaplan behind the goal. Kaplan just cross-checked a non-setting pick. See if Maddox can draw a slide here.
He likes these inverts, especially when he's got the shorty. Natural attackman.
Yep. Here is Lewis. Gavin hasn't scored yet today, has he?
Oh, is that a kick save?
What a save. That's ridiculous. That was a great shot, actually.
A casual kick save.
Throwaway. Oh, gosh, you've got to catch
and
that,
then
Ebel. You just got to catch that. If they're going to throw it away, you got to grab that pass on the backside.
Yeah, this is the slop that we've been talking about all game. Neither one of these teams seems to be able to clean it up.
8-5, 9:20 to go. I'm Cabell Maddox here with Lucius Polk on the DMVLAX Game of the Week. The other game we featured as part of DMV Lacrosse, so you'll see clips on our Instagram and write-ups on the webpage, was Landon Bullis, and Bullis just dominated that game 6-2.
What is the flag there?
They calling a foul on Episcopal?
I don't know. I think we have some overactive officiating going on here.
21's running off like it's on him for St. Albans. Nope, it's going to be on Episcopal. Don't know what that call is. Let's get a hand signal. They call it slash. Man.
Episcopal High School penalty on number 24, Kyle Usher. 1 minute for unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness.
Man, that's a tough call, considering that I think he hit him right when we had the ball.
Loose balls in the air, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not a call I would have made.
Especially since he didn't even knock him down. I mean, and now they're shutting off Palma again, going on the 5-on-4 plan on man down. This is scary for Episcopal. This goal right here might be too much for them to come back, but we'll see. You save.
I think that was deflected by the defenseman.
I think that might have hit the pipe, but regardless, I can't believe. If that's on cage, it's a goal.
Underwood down here on man up. This is the second time they've pulled this. It's not a bad move if they're shutting.
Maybe now they're playing 5-on-5.
St. Albans has a long history of polls on man up, starting with Roger Ferguson back in the day. Austin Branson maybe even before that.
Wow. So another failed man up for St. Albans, 0 for 3 on the day, according to my stats. Could be 0 for 4. Gus Taylor. Under the lights here, first ever Friday Night Lights game, first ever lighted game. Gus Taylor comes around, and Holt Farber just stops him.
Eats it up, and he's down.
He got hit. Hit replay. Oh, we couldn't see it. Didn't go back far enough.
But then a turnover on the clear, and I think it's right back to Episcopal ball here.
Oh, really?
Unless they dumped it out of bounds intention. They did. There we go. It was just a stoppage of play to check on the player.
So I think Gus Taylor's okay. His grandfather, Babe, is watching at home. Shout out to Babe. Gus Taylor has a nice goal, and he's fine after that play. Episcopal soft man-to-man here. Here's Juma. Bouncer up to Thompson Grennan. Thompson Grennan was the Maple Hockey Player of the Year. Great hockey player. Juma with the hitch. Man, he is a cannon.
He is a quick player.
This is a must-stop defensive possession here for the high school. That was a freehand swim. That should have been called. He literally pushed him away after he swam him.
Loose ball hold there, I think, on the ground ball.
You can get away with that in summer league, but you can't get away with that in college or high school. Here's Bircher, the Hamilton commit, down to Heskey. Thought they had numbers there. They kind of conceded it again by just dropping into their. Oh, and here's Taylor. He's fine. He's got to shoot this. Bang. Oh,
good take.
He needed that one. Episcopal needed that one.
You know, when goalie starts racking up saves here, 12 so far on the day, you really start to get in shooters' heads. They start thinking they really have to shoot for corners. And then next thing you know, they're shooting to miss.
Completely agree, especially when he started off like this. The first 5 shots were incredible saves, right? So what you got to do there Madlax gets a step on his guy, draws a slide, kicks it out to Heskey. Heskey at the backside. Just getting pushed around. Episcopal just getting pushed around. Errant throw.
You know, Madlax had a good slide there. Drew the slide, moved the ball, but then you got to take advantage of the momentum while the defense is recovering. Can't make sloppy passes.
And they threw it away. Oh, Episcopal's in
long, deep look here.
Episcopal's in a
goalie to goalie.
10-man ride. See if good 10-man ride there by Episcopal. Change it up.
I like to see that. They
kind of need to try something with 5:40 to go in the game. They got to start peppering goals in here, Lucius. And here's the guy with the hat trick.
This is a matchup.
Move it. Oh my God.
Quick slide.
What a great slide there by.
I'm looking at Episcopal here.
I would call
looks like they got like 4 guys on the field.
Bad time to go.
4 players on the field.
Not a good time to go to the goal. I know 7. You know, Bazant's trying to make something happen there, but he's got 4. They have 6 guys on the field. Nice strip. Grasty.
Sheffield begging for a call here on some of these slap checks.
Sheffield's got good balance.
He's
man.
getting tossed around there. He just drew a flag himself, barking at the ref.
He did. He's got unsportsmanlike call. Is that why
I think that's exactly right.
God.
And Underwood with a good pick there.
Worst clearing ever today for the Maroon. Credit St. Albans for a good ride. I mean, like, Episcopal hasn't cleared easily all game. Another man up. This is the third unofficially man up. Episcopal's not out of this, Lucius, if they can score here. Down 2 with 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see them.
That's a good game. I mean, they can. That's a doable. Just throw everything out. If it's 8-6 here.
They got to draw a rotation here, though, from this man-down defense. So far, St. Albans has been able to sit inside and not rotate. And with a goalie like that standing behind this man-down unit, you gotta start creating some high chance opportunities by forcing this defense to rotate, find guys closer to the cage down low or in on the crease. We've got Madlax down there on the crease now, but he's popping off.
You're running a set play here right away. I'd go right away. Go right. They're banging around. There's a cut. They're into the play. Wide open. Step down.
But still no rotation. 15-yard shot.
I mean, that's too far out on Farber. I like the play, but how about step in a little bit?
Now the defense is rotating.
Down to Heskey. Pump fake. Heskey skip. Great look.
And there it is.
Great look by Heskey. All right, now we got a ball game. Episcopal. First goal of the fourth quarter. Wow. That was 25 from 5. That's 25 second in a row for the high school. EMO goal. 1 for 3 on man-ups.
1 for 3. 1 for 7 on man-ups on the game.
Yeah. All right, so massive face-off here. Hudson's won 7. St. Albans has won 9 on the game.
It's a big face-off here for Episcopal.
It really is. And Episcopal,
he's had 2 good ones on the last 2.
Episcopal's bringing up athlete from down low on the wing here, 16 Grasty, to match the athlete Martin. Oh, Hudson wins it, pushes it forward. Could be a fast break. He shoots it.
What is the
coach called timeout?
Timeout.
Oh wow! If that goes in, that's a dagger.
If I'm a face-off guy, I don't know if I'm particularly thrilled about that timeout call.
Hey, you're happy. Coach looks like a genius. Coach, you're a genius. Great timeout. You knew he was going to miss. That's a heart attack call right there. I've made those calls in my day. I've lost goals as a coach. Usually it's when the long sticks are coming over or someone like the goalie or something stupid's happening. But right there, Hudson has now won 3 in a row. That brings it to 8-9. And just like that, the face-offs are relatively flat.
Right back in it. And a great, hell of a time to start winning those face-offs here at the end of the game. 4 to play, down by 2.
That was Episcopal's first timeout. You get 2 timeouts in the half. St. Albans doesn't have any timeouts. Love to see an Episcopal goal here to make this game even more exciting. The St. Albans boys back behind us here they're probably pushing close to 100 boys now. Good attendance coming out here to Alexandria from the Northwest DC.
Great turnout. I mean, it's hard not to get excited about a Friday night lacrosse game. This time of year, the weather is perfect.
All right, let's see what Episcopal can do here. They had a great man up last time. Wait, they're not man up. What am I saying? But they are man up. Why'd they man up?
I don't know. I didn't see what was the call. It was unsportsmanlike.
Wow.
So the original call was unsportsmanlike, unreleasable.
Unreleasable.
So there's still a man up here. Last time they finally got the defense rotating. They found the guy down low.
Wow.
Excellent man up goal. Let's see if they can do it again.
Unreleasable. Great call, Lucius. So this is a massive opportunity for the high school to score. Let's see if they can get one here quickly. Still not even under the 4-minute mark, just barely 4:02 to go in the game. Taylor to Heskey. Heskey down to Bazant. Bazant back to Madlax. Madlax looking. Back to Bazant. Over to Lewis. Lewis to Bazant. Got to get it down closer. He can't shoot inside. Got to get it down close. Uh-oh. Tough throw there by Tenzer. He didn't go out of bounds.
Good check. Finds Underwood.
Underwood throws it. Good step up there by Grasty. Grasty with Martin on him. Martin over to Underwood. Underwood down to, massive play. Underwood to 6. What number's Underwood?
18.
Yeah.
That was an impressive clear, an impressive play across the ball. Both long poles there from St. Albans. Underwood with the takeaway. Will Martin gets the brown ball. Back to Underwood.
Will Irvin makes the final goal. I mean, and that's the first fast break goal of the game.
Maybe the first clean multi-pass goal of the game.
And that might have sealed the deal. Off a tough throw down here on man up, he jammed his teammate on man up, but he couldn't catch it, and then St. Albans clears it quick, and then Hudson, that was a push. Another win.
That's another win for Episcopal.
He ties it 9-9. Hudson Owens just finds a way. He was down 5, and now it's all even. You got to get 2 off. 2, get off. Episcopal's got to get their 6 on real quick. I don't know why Virtue's hanging around here. They're just wasting time with 3:15 to go. You got to sub way faster. This is too slow. Here we go. Maddox, Tenzer with Martin on him. You got to go with Taylor or Maddox here. They both have shorties with good matchups. You don't want to go to hero ball here. I know you're down 3. Keep moving it. Heskey over to Lewis, over to, I'd like to see Taylor take that guy one-on-one right there. Oh, this is going to be a step down shot here. Oh, Lewis just missed that. I like the low to low. The goalie was not down. Farber was not down. He missed the cage completely.
Maddox still has the shorty.
I'd like to see him.
Get him off the crease here.
He's got to pop and get it. Or Taylor. Here's Taylor. Taylor's got a short. This is a good matchup. He'll score this. Over to Maddox. Oh, Maddox was, I thought, in front of the goal, and he was behind the goal, and he throws it away. He's fading when he threw that backpack.
Oh, hospital pass. Some old school man ball there.
Can't believe they didn't call that. 2 minutes to go, just 2 minutes to go, and that's going to be a foul.
You got to think there. I mean, he got lucky drawing the foul there. He's been begging for it all day. If he keeps taunting, he's going to get another unsportsmanlike. But you know what? To a certain extent, what do you think? You got 60 seconds on the shot clock, 1:50 to play. You're up by 3. You know, you kind of got bailed out by the flag there going to the goal.
I don't know why he went. He was getting excited. All right, so let's start thinking about the Washington Capitals' play of the game. I think it might go to that fast break scenario right there.
I think it's got to be. I mean, really clean take or knockdown, good ground ball, excellent clear, finding the open guys, taking advantage of numbers.
And that was kind of like the ceiling game-winning goal. So the 9th goal for STA is right now our top candidate. I also like that shot by Gus Taylor for Episcopal.
Yep.
In the corner to our right here.
I loved Isaac's sweep and shoot.
That was a great
first half.
Now what about MVP? Is it the goalie for St. Albans? Is it a runaway?
I
thought number 9 Sheffield played tough.
13, 14 saves. That's 70+ save percentage. That's in a league conference game.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Putting your stamp on it.
Another man up here. This is the 4th or maybe 5th man up for. You have it as 5th man up, don't you?
This is the 5th man up for St. Albans. They're 0 for 4 so far.
Let's see what happens here.
They're just going to kill it, They've got to be thinking clock management here.
Yeah, they're going to kill 50, 60 seconds, if they're smart.
No one needs to get greedy.
They're not really pulling it out. But, whoa, good thing he's tall.
But let's calm it down. Run the clock.
There's going to be some hacks.
Where are we going?
Sheffield just goes to the rack, doesn't he?
Still 35 to play. This EMO group doesn't want to go into practice on Monday morning
0 for 5.
with an 0 for 5 stat line.
Timeout by Colin Heater, and the St. Albans is up with 85 seconds to go in the game. Up 3. So the Washington Capitals are one of our sponsors. We thank the Washington Caps. I watched Ovechkin's last game. Pretty emotional game, although he did say, he said, I haven't said I'm not coming back yet. Gotta love Ovi.
Russian machine never breaks. I think the real question is, when does he hang it up? And I think there's probably an inkling that he might head back, play another one in the KHL before he calls it quits.
Oh, really? I like that call. But the Washington Capitals player of the game, I mean, we'll wait till the end, but right now it looks like it's going to be Holt Farver, the junior uncommitted goalie with unofficially 13 saves. We may have missed one or two.
Yeah, I mean, this is what their third IAC game, right?
Yep.
And so far, he's held all of his in-conference games to less than 8 goals, including 2 pretty impressive matchups against stacked Georgetown Prep and Landon teams.
So, Prep scored 8, Landon scored 7, and Episcopal has scored 6 here so far. We'll see if they score another one, but seems to be their goals against average. I mean, 7, that's incredible. Is this Sheffield? Back check there. Sheffield goes hard to the goal and gets popped.
Still 20 to play.
He kind of, I wonder if he's a hockey player. He plays tough. Smaller dude, but man, he goes hard. He's quick. Not afraid to get hit.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Burn some clock here if you're smart.
Wide open is Palma. Knocked down.
Long stick save there.
Shot clock violation. Episcopal ball. 54 seconds to go in the game. See if Episcopal can sneak one in here. In the play of the game, are you leaning towards the 9th goal, that fast breaker?
I think that tic-tac-toe was probably the best lacrosse that we saw today.
Yeah, it was Will Martin to Evan Walton. To Wagner Underwood to Will Irwin.
To Will Irwin.
Yeah. Is it a man up or just a possession here? They're giving it back to St. Albans for some reason.
Albans.
Let's see what the hand signal is here. I don't see how that could be. Well, that's a dagger. That's ball game right there. Now they can hold it for the rest of the game. They get a fresh 80. I don't know what they call it. Do you think there was a push after the horn blew?
No, but that there was.
Surprised Sheffield didn't go diving goal.
Sheffield saw an open goal, and
he doesn't understand hold the ball.
Just tunnel vision there.
But I think it's going to be okay. They're up 3 with 37 seconds to go in the game. Here's Carson Coburn. Backside look to Gus. Wow.
Unbelievable.
What a save.
If there was any question there about your player of the game, I think he just settled it for you.
14th save. Might have been his best. Holt Farver, the Washington Capitals player of the game. What are they calling? St. Albans ball? It was a shot. Oh, they called closest, even though the Episcopal coaches are saying they were closer on the sidelines. It went out at the Episcopal bench. I don't know why they're throwing the ball to the middle of the field. My Lord, what a hit. Hit replay.
Yeah, that is a.
Oh, missed the replay.
Well, he might be the player of the game, but that's a conversation that he's going to have in the locker room.
I mean,
in about 30 seconds.
I'm glad that Hamilton Baker got up because that was a big hit. And it was kind of.
The flag went up, I think, probably just because the size of the hit, but it's one of those ones where you're not really sure if it was an illegal hit or if it was just a big one.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big boy hitting a smaller sophomore, a big senior hitting a smaller sophomore.
I mean, you got to remember a lot of these guys, next year, 2 years from now, they're going to be playing college lacrosse, and that hit in college lacrosse doesn't draw a flag. Or at least it didn't used to.
No, yeah, I mean, I think that was, it might have been in the head. We couldn't see. I'm going to assume that it was a head shot. And now Coach is calling timeout to settle the boys down, who are definitely talking a little bit out after that. But this game is in the bag for St. Albans. So St. Albans clinches now home field for the playoff game, and it'll probably most likely be Episcopal again, which is a repeat of last year. And so first place is looking like Bullis, but Bullis is yet to play Prep, so we'll see what happens there. And Prep is still yet to play. Prep has 2 huge games left. They still have Bullis and Landon left. A lot of lacrosse left, but those 3 teams look to be 1, 2, 3. St. Albans is now clinched 4th. Episcopal most likely will be 5th, and St. Stephen's 6th. And the way the ISC playoffs work is the 1 and 2 seeds get a bye. So Bullis, Landon, and Prep really want that 1 or 2 seed. I'm Cabell Maddox here with Lucius Polk. I thank you for tuning in for this game of the week. Under the lights, it's been a special evening. Great win for St. Albans, and both teams are going to chill out here and let this game end. And St. Albans is going to rush the field. St. Albans wanted to get a 10th goal there.
And it bounced off the pipe.
Went off the pipe. Now, I wonder if, yeah, the goalie for Episcopal is mad about that. I was going to say,
Yeah,
I wonder.
I would be too.
Yeah. Coach Fry just said, hold it, and then he went for 10. But St. Albans celebrates, and their students are behind us. 9-6 win. Lucius, thank you very much for joining me tonight. You were fantastic.
It was a thrill, as always.
Your boys got it done. And once again, thanks to our title sponsors, our season sponsors, and the Washington Capitals play of the game goes to the 9th goal by Irwin off a fast break. And then the MVP of the game is Holt Farver with 14 saves. Special thanks to our title sponsors, IB Asset Group, Independence Fund, Butcher Joseph and Company, Tommy Joe's, and Kroll and Mooring. And we'll see you next week for the next possible game of the week and featured games. Make sure you check out our Instagram at dmv.lacrosse and our webpage at dmvlacrosse.com, which will blow up with clips and highlights from this game and the other game, Landon Bullis. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Thank you.
Feel it.